Just like physical fitness, emotional fitness is also very important. And joining us is Gary Dumas with Rerouted. He's an emotional fitness coach and anger management counselor to teach us some ways, 3 ways we can all get better emotionally healthy. Right, Gary?
No question about it, absolutely. In fact, 3 are. 1 is being able to identify which emotion that you're experiencing, because unfortunately I talk to a lot of people, whether it's in class or individuals, where they're just not certain in regards to which emotion that they're experiencing. Number 2, being able to clearly...
slow down. So identifying the emotions, the first one is identifying the emotion. Give us examples of what some of those emotions might be, because it is confusing. You're not sure if you're angry or, upset.
To your point, for sure. Most people identify that the emotion that they're experiencing is anger, when sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's frustration. Sometimes it's not frustration. Sometimes it's disappointment. And so the reason why that's important, because there's different treatment modalities for different dispositions. And so to say you're angry and then we go and treat that, only to find out that that's not it. And so it can be frustrating for people when they're trying to get help, but they're not sure which emotion they're experiencing. So I help them to identify which emotion.
Okay, so number 1, identify it. Number 2, what's the number 2 tip?
Is being able to clearly articulate it. As you can see, I'm really ready to go with the articulation. But you have to be able to articulate it, and that cuts out the, you know what I means and you know what I'm sayings. Because people don't know unless you tell them. And a lot of times they don't know during their attempts to communicate, because they just haven't taken enough time to really just think it through. So you have to be able to clearly articulate the emotion that you're experiencing.
Who do you think has more of a problem with that, men or women?
Well, obviously, according to statistics, there's been some issues regarding the men. But in my profession, over 25 years, I actually seen both.
Yeah.
Because men have different ways of communicating than women, and women have different ways of communicating than men. And so it's a matter of, for me teaching these classes for so long, I've discovered, Lisa, that both men and women want the same thing. They just go about it wrong.
All right. Number 3, what's the 3rd tip for all of us?
Is being aware of how your projection of emotions affect other people.
And give us an example of that. Being aware.
Well, a lot of times if you're experiencing an emotion, either you didn't want it to be taken the way that it was, or sometimes you have no idea that they even perceived how you were presenting at all. And so a lot of times they're like, I had no idea. And so that's why one of the top anger management tools is 2 words: just ask. How many times could we get to the bottom of certain things that we would have just asked, rather than making assumptions? And assumptions are legitimate, because people have different experiences and different dispositions from the past, where there's trauma or what have you. And so they formulate these ideas and their opinions in their mind, only to find out that it wasn't always what they thought it was.
Okay, so you've got some virtual classes that you're teaching on emotional fitness. If you'd like to dive deeper into this with Gary, there's a number you can call on your screen, or you can email info@reroutedu.org. And then 10 a.m. Tuesdays and 6 p.m. Saturdays, you could log on for these virtual sessions, correct?
Absolutely. They can call me direct. I can get them set up and we can get going. We'd love to have as many people that would be willing to engage to become better, because ultimately, Lisa, it's about improving the quality of your life.
Absolutely. And the quality of life for the people around you, right?
No question about it.
In your household. People have fewer negative news stories if we all take these classes.
A lot fewer.
Yeah.
And it works. This actually works.
All right, Gary, thank you so much.